So, good day sir, good day classmate. So, akong report karon is all about watermelon. So, proper post-harvest handling in watermelon. So what is watermelon muna? So, ako sang introduce niyo kung unsa ang watermelon. So, watermelon or iyang scientific name is Citrullus lanatus is a flowering plant species of the Cucurbitaceae family, and the name of its edible fruit. A scrambling and strailing vine-like plant, it is a highly cultivated fruit worldwide with more than 1,000. So next, ito na yung introduction natin sa post-harvest handling in watermelon. So, definition of post-harvest handling. Post-harvest is the period beginning after separation of pulses from the site of immediate growth or production and ending with the food reaches its final use. It includes various unit operations or stages after harvesting for preservation, conservation, subsequent processing, packaging, storage, distribution, marketing, until it's ready for final consumption. So, ito yung mga process na makikita natin sa post-harvest handling. It includes the various unit operation or stages after harvesting for preservation. So, una, preservation, kalawa, conservation, ikatatlo, subsequent processing, at ikaapat ang packaging, then ikalima, storage, kaanim, distribution, and then ikapito, marketing, until it's ready for final consumption. So, pwede na natin makain. Next is importance of post-harvest handling for watermelon. So, ito yung bakit importante na may post-harvest handling sa watermelon. So, watermelons do not ripen off the vine. However, holding them for 7 days over at room temperature will improve flavor and color in seeded varieties. Take care of the wet and dirty soil. If watermelons get dirty, clean them with wet and clean cloth. So, overview of the case stages in post-harvest handling of watermelon. So, according to Sirigar 2014, the post-harvest stages of watermelon have steps, namely collection, cleaning and sorting, classification, labeling, packaging, storage, and transportation. So consumers like this fruit because it's contain high water content, so it is fresh, has good nutritional value and antioxidant compounds that are useful for increasing an endurance of metabolism. So, ayon daw kang Sirigal na may mga stages of paano natin i-post-harvest ang isang watermelon. So, una is collection. Ayun, cleaning and sorting, classification, labeling, packaging, storage, and transportation. So, consumer daw, kita mga consumer kay mas ganahan ta sa watermelon because it is high water content. So, refreshing siya, no? Na siya nutritional value pa dyan din. Na siya antioxidant compounds that are useful to increasing endurance and metabolism. So, yun yung mga importance ng watermelon. So, next is harvesting practices of watermelon. So, optimal harvesting time and maturity. So, the exact time varies based on the type of watermelon you're growing. On average, planting to harvest time is between 70 and 85 days. So, ang pag-harvest day sa watermelon kay na siya sa 70 and 85 days. So, small watermelons such as sugar babies take less time to fully ripen. So, 70 to 75 days than larger ones such as Queen of Heart 80 to 85 days. It all depends on when you plant and what your gardening conditions area, of course. So, So pag-harvest natin sa watermelon kay na siya sa between sa 70 to 85 days. Sa mga small watermelon naman ay take time pa jud siya bago natin siya ma-harvest. Ang iyan naman kay 70 to 75 days naman ang pag-harvest. Then sa mga larger one na mga watermelons such as sa Queen of Hearts kay 80 to 85 days yung pag-harvest. So depende lang sa atin kung anong types of watermelon na variety sa watermelon na ating itatanim sa ating area. Harvesting method. So watermelons are harvested in the afternoon by cutting the stem with a sharp knife rather than pulling the fruit out. Afternoon harvest may reduce the risk of cracking if the field has received abundant water during the previous night. If plants are not to target field heat can be minimized by harvesting in the morning. So, ang pag-harvest sa watermelon kay dapat magamit ta og kanang hait na kutsilyo then rather na ato siyang ibton, mas maayo jud natong gamiton og kutsilyo. Then ang pag-harvest niya kay na siya sa afternoon, pwede siya sa mag-harvest afternoon then para ma-reduce yung the risk of cracking na dili siya mabuak. And if the field has received abundant water during the previous night. So, if plants are not to target field heat can be minimized by harvesting in the morning. So, next is watermelon harvester. So, naa siya mga machine na pwede natin gamitin sa pag-harvest sa watermelon. So, this semi-transported machine controlled through hydroelectric button panels and joystick. So, mani siya ang mga machine, ang machine na ginagamit. So, is conceived to pick up watermelons in the most rapid and delicate way, reducing the operator's physical effort and thus enhancing their productivity. So, next is proper handling during harvesting to minimize damage. So, watermelon should not be stowed on end has flesh separation or hollow heart can occur, or also do not expose the ground spot to the sun to reduce sunburn. Overstocking fruit piles can lead to bruising and compression injury both in the field and in storage. So, next na siya na process sa watermelon sa post-harvest handling is pre-cooling of watermelon. So, importance of rapid cooling after harvest of watermelon. So, watermelons may lose ripeness, crispness, and color in prolonged storage. Temperature below 10 degrees Celsius can result in chilling injury to the fruit, pitting of the skin, flesh breakdown, and black root. Black root watermelon should be cooled between 12 to 50 degrees Celsius within 24 hours of harvesting if they are to be stored for long periods of time. So next is methods of pre-cooling. The pre-cooling technique is hardly used in the storage of watermelon. In case they are subject to this technique, the temperature must be 7 degrees Celsius so as to avoid the fruit damage. So, factors affecting cooling efficiency of watermelon. So, yung mga factors na maka-affect sa cooling sa watermelon. So, watermelon has a lot of water in it. Due to the presence of water in a watermelon, it is high specific heat capacity and therefore does not heat up easily. It stays cool. Ano siya, no? Kanang tungod sa kadagan sa tubig sa watermelon, no? Kanang di ka siya dali ma-expose sa init o maano lang siya, mabugnaw lang gyapon siya permi tungod kay na daghan siya tubig na sa iyahang fruits. Then, sorting and grading. Purpose of sorting and grading. Watermelons are graded according to their size for local market. Distinction among grades is based predominantly on external appearances. However, watermelon should be symmetrical and uniform in appearance. So, sa purpose naman sa sorting and grading sa watermelon, kay dapat nakabase siya sa size for local market, which is sa mga merkado lang. So, distinction among grades is based predominantly on external appearance. Nakabase din siya naman sa appearance sa isa ka fruits, and then however watermelon should be symmetrical and uniform in appearance. So dapat same lang sila og sizes or iyahang appearance dapat lindot. Then grading standard and criteria of watermelon. So US Fancy consists of watermelons which meet the following requirements: basic requirements, mature, similar varietal characteristic, fairly well formed, and not overripe. Next is packaging. So, manamunta sa pre-cooling neck, diri na punta sa packaging. So, types of packaging. The watermelons are harvested and placed in the packing table of the harvesting rig. The packers then place the watermelons in the boxes or into bags and then boxes. So, pag humang-harvest, kay ibutang siya sa murag siya og lamisa, then ang mga packers iyahang gibutang sa pwede siya sa box or pwede pud siya sa bags. So, packaging method. The watermelons all receive sticker like belts are sent on conveyor over to the adjacent trailer to be packed. So, paghuman og packaging, kay butang siya sticker or mga labels na ipadala sa kanamo deliver dito sa market or asa siya i-deliver. So, factors to consider in packaging selection of watermelon. So, the structural design of your packaging should take lots of factors into consideration, such as size, safety, durability, shelf space, and storage space. So, naman siya mga sa pagpili sa pag-package siya sa watermelon, kay na siya mga factors na dapat natin i-consider, such as ang size niya, ang safety, plus ang durability, ang shelf space, and then iyang storage space. Next is the storage. So, tapos na tayo sa packaging, dito naman tayo sa storage. So, types of storage facilities. So, room temperature is typically too warm for watermelons. So, it is best to store them in a fridge or other cool area. You should also avoid storing them in direct sunlight, as this can cause them to spoil more quickly. Other way to keep watermelon fresh is to wrap them tightly in a plastic wrap. So, storage conditions. So, 10 to 15 degrees Celsius storage life is typically 14 days at 15 degrees Celsius, with up to 21 days attainable at 7 to 10 degrees Celsius. For short-term storage or transit distant markets, 7 days. Most recommendation use is 7.2 degrees Celsius and 85 to 90 degrees RH has the acceptable handling condition. So, factors affecting watermelon shelf life. So, temperature. The ideal temperature for storing watermelon is between 50 degrees Fahrenheit to 60 degrees Fahrenheit. Humidity naman is high humidity levels can promote mold growth, while low humidity can cause the watermelons to dry out. Ripeness storage condition. So each method has its benefits and is chosen on the distance, urgency, and volume of watermelons being transported. So sa pagtransport naman sa watermelon, kay na siya mga kanang dagan siya o kanang pwede na mo-deliver like sa trucks, sa trains, sa ships, o pwede siya sa air freight. So next is proper handling during transportation to prevent damage. So, It should be loaded even if it did not break when it was dropped. Watermelon are easily bruised and flesh softening occurs soon after impact. Also, people should not walk or ride on top of load of watermelon. So, sa pag-deliver sa watermelon dapat dili siya kanang mag-ut or madaghanon ang pagkuan niya pagbutang. So because ang watermelon kay dali ra siya mabuak or dali ra siya iyahang flesh or softening occurs soon after impact. So pwede siya ma-damage og masubraan siya kanang matakugan siya og kanang masubraan sila kadagan. So also people should not walk or ride on top of load of watermelon. So dili pwede na ato ang agian or atong sakyan ang ang watermelon kay maka-damage jud ni siya. So next is temperature control during transport. The ideal temperature for the transport of watermelon is between 2 to 10 degrees Celsius continuously. Although it is true that watermelon does not suffer much from temperature changes in temperature changes in the short term. Then next is sa quality assessment naman tayo. So, methods of quality assessment. So, for watermelon, the conventional technique for choosing a good quality fruit is usually done by tamping of the skin of the fruit in order to check its sound. So, sa pag-determine nato na kanang good quality ang isa ka watermelon kay ato daw siyang pwede nato siya dukdukon or atong yana idukduk sa magistong kamot, then para daw ma-consider na ay makita na daw kung indot ba ang yang quality. So, the indicators of quality in watermelons. If the watermelon is ripe, the field spot should be large yellow patch on one side of the watermelon. If it is ripe, the color should be a creamy, almost butter-like yellow. The bigger the yellow belly and the creamier the color means the more time the melon spent ripening on the vine. So next is importance of quality check in watermelon. The quality detection of watermelon and muskmelon is an important factor in consumer preference, post-harvest handling, and the commercial value of the fruit. And then, the value-added process naman sa watermelon. So, types of value-added processing of watermelon. Watermelon is processed to manufacture various value-added foods such as cookies, cakes, juice, jam, candies, and biscuits. So, sa pag-process sa watermelon ay pwede siya mahimog cookies, pwede siya mahimog cakes, juice, jam, then candies, and biscuits. So, benefits of value-added processing. Watermelons are loaded with plentiful nutrients such as vitamin C, pantothenic acid, copper, biotin, vitamin A, and vitamins B6 and B1. So, consideration for successful value-added processing. Although earliness usually results in higher prices, quality and maturity should be of prime importance in marketing watermelons. Consideration for successful value-added processing. Although earliness usually results in higher prices, quality and maturity should be of prime importance in marketing watermelon. So, watermelon seeds can be eaten raw or dried, or they can be cooked or sprouted to improve their nutritional value. So, ang seeds naman sa watermelon, kaya pwede siya makaon ipauga din, or they can be cooked or sprouted to improve their nutritional value. So, pwede po siya itanom nato, no? So, however, eating too many watermelon seeds can cause digestive issues, especially for people with sensitive digestive system. So, masubraan na po kaon sa seed sa watermelon kay makakos ni siya og kanang dili maka-digest dayon ang iyahang seeds, then pwede mo magsakit yung tiyan o pasubaraan mo kaon. So next is weed management and recycling. So, source of waste in post-harvest handling of watermelon. Key constraints identified by producer were insect infestation, insufficient working capital, poor handling of produce, lack of access to market, and lack of technology, while inadequate access to funds, lack of storage facilities, and poor packaging of produce were identified by marketers. Post-harvest trouble spots were determined through adequate evaluation of the proportion of the associated factors along the watermelon supply chain. The next is waste reduction strategy. So, paano natin na makuhaan or ma-reduct natin ang mga kung sa ato ang mga strategies na buhaton pwede pud na masayang or ma-waste ang ang watermelon. So watermelon is a fruit produced around the world. Unfortunately, about half of it, the rind, is usually discarded as waste. So to transfer such waste into useful product like flour, a thermal treat is needed. The drying temperature for the rind that produces flour with the best characteristics is most important. A multi-objective optimization or MOO procedure was applied to define the optimum drying temperature of the rind flour fabrication to be used in bakery products. So, recycling and composting systems. So, watermelons rinds are good for composting. They add plenty of nutrients to compost, making it even better for your plants. So, it also the most eco-friendly method of disposing these leftovers. Composting watermelons on rinds means reducing your environmental impact while creating a beneficial product. So, ang watermelon is yung panit sa watermelon, pwede siya na mas siya sa ay kanang good siya sa for composting, no? Ma-imbak, pwede to siya i-imbak kay maka-add siya og nutrients ato ang tanom. Then it also the most eco-friendly. Mao jud siya ang pinakadali ra buhaton jud, no, ang pag-dispose naton sa mga leftover na dili na tato mahurot. Then composting watermelons rin means reducing your environmental impact. So no, reducing your environmental impact and while creating a beneficial product. So next is conclusion na tayo. So nirelate sa tong end sa kuang report. So, summary of key points. The post-harvest journey of watermelon is a complex and multifaceted process that involves careful planning, precise handling, and the integration of innovative technologies. By understanding and optimizing each step, stakeholders in the watermelon industry can contribute to providing consumers with fresh, flavorful, and high-quality watermelons year-round. As the agricultural and technological landscape evolves, the ongoing quest for excellence in post-harvest practices will undoubtedly shape the future of watermelon production and consumption. So, yun lang po yung report ko and thank you for listening.